Right. This should now technically be working and we should be streaming. Of course, I have to check that first, because I haven't done this in a while, and, well, I haven't done this that much in my life in general, so, you know, kind of just makes sense, I suppose. We're going to be playing some Escape from Duckov today, which is a phenomenal game. It's absolutely phenomenal. Of course, I have to check that. Yep, there you go. That works. That works more or less exactly how I want it to. Now let me just boot up Duckov, and I can get to the other thing. Also, we're going to wonder about dropping frames and stuff. Currently, I've dropped 0. I am at the maximum possible kpbs, which is bitrate. Yeah, I'm at the absolute maximum bitrate, which is pretty fun. Let's see, if I switch over to game capture, is OBS smart enough to capture the game? It is! Oh, look at that! I am well done, OBS. Well done. It is smart enough to just capture the game on its own. Lovely. Okay, so we have a storm in 16 minutes. I need to pick up a weapon. All of this is fine in-game. I would like to test out the sound just for a brief second. And how best to do that? Well, best to do that with explosions, right? Well, maybe not. Let's go with the MF, I think, which is supposed to be the AR, and I still don't understand why it's called an MF. Surely if it's an AR, it would be like an ST or something, like the you know, the letters next to the keyboard, maybe? That would make more sense, or I don't know, literally any other combination of words and letters and whatnot. But yeah, like I said, I want to test out the sound, so excuse me for a second, I'm just gonna spray down a little bit, and then quickly go over here and test the letters next to the keyboard, maybe? That will make more sense, or I don't know, literally any other Unfortunately, there is a bit of a stream delay, but, yeah. Yeah, like I said, I want to test out the sound, so excuse me for a second, I'm just gonna spray down a little bit, and then quickly go over here and test. Okay, so there is a slight problem that I'm noticing. There's a delay. One warning. Huh. Would you care to share what the warning is, dear YouTube? Please configure both primary and secondary streams. Comparison something something. I really don't care about this, though. Okay. So, here's the thing. I've noticed... Is the microphone... Is it really, yeah, okay. I've switched everything back on. So, here's the problem. I've noticed that... you can probably hear it. There's a bit of a delay in the audio. And for the life of me, I thought I fixed that. Because I had this delay, and I usually have this delay when I'm recording, or I had it when I was recording, and it was because of the audio, I don't know if it's the bit rate or something like that, but it's the hertz rate or whatever of the audio. It's not the same when it comes to OBS, and when it comes to my speakers, and when it comes to the microphone, I think something along there is not in sync, right? And so anyways, I'm going to gear up for the run before I waste too much more of everyone's time. But the whole point and the whole idea is, because of said, let's put a scope on this, because of said delay, I have to edit videos, you know, and sort of move the audio slider a little bit left or right, which is fine, it's not a big deal, but I can't do that while I'm live streaming, and so you can definitely hear it. Give me just a second more. I'm gonna just try and see if it's still present. So here we go. Shoot, 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 shoot. And then we go over here. I did put like a 3 or 4 second, 5 second or so, I think, delay between the live stream and the whatnot. It's not a big deal, but I can't do that while I'm live streaming, and so you can. Yeah, there is a noticeable delay. Right. Well, I'm not sure what to do about that delay. On the other hand, I have Super Chat, so huzzah. Tell you what, it's not that big of a deal. Let's go. Sorry, let's go do a run in something like the warehouse area, and then we shall see how it goes. Main thing I'm trying to test out, right? Main thing is whether I'm dropping any frames or not, because I'm hitting around 12,000 bits per second, which is the absolute maximum YouTube will allow, and there's no reason to have the stream that high. I can always lower it down to like 10, 8, and the video quality would still be great. But I want to test out sort of the limits of my streaming capabilities with the new internet and whatnot. So that's the whole idea. And yeah, well, we'll see how it goes. I'm also not quite so sure whether the chat thing works, but I suppose we will find that out over time. Although I guess that is something I can test out as well. But yeah, for next time, try and sort out the audio delay problem, which I'm kind of running out of ideas on how to solve, because originally setting everything to 48,000 of whatever it is, hertz or whatever, that was supposed to... I'm getting a call from someone unknown. Give me a second. Okay, I am horribly sorry about that. Can we pick back up where we started? Yes, we can. Lovely. So, anyways, I got a phone call about a thing, and then also I decided, well, since I'm going to stop for a little bit and answer it, might as well try and fix the audio issue. I didn't fix it. I don't need to test that again. I did, but I don't know how to fix it. If anyone knows how to fix the OBS delay, feel free to let me know down in the comments or the live chat or whatever. I am out of ideas to try. I will try something else later down the line, but for now, I am pretty much out of ideas. Anyways, the most important bit, I mean, the audio thing is a solvable issue. If not via OBS, then like I can switch to Streamlabs or something. Maybe that doesn't have the audio problem. I can switch to something else. It really doesn't matter. Like, none of it matters. However, what does matter is that I am streaming at 12,000 bits, and currently we have 0 drop frames. For comparison, I streamed at 3,000 bitrate, which is, like, god-awful quality, and I mean it god-awful. It's like 360p, 480p, something like that, and I was dropping frames left and right. Like, it was nuts. I was dropping frames all the time. It was just absolutely horrible with the old internet. But, you know, who would have thought that getting an upload speed that is, let me do some quick math, 50 times faster? No, 55 times faster, exactly. 55 times faster. Who knew that that would make a difference? Yeah, it is. The future is now. The future is absolutely now, and I am here for it. I mean, it's just lovely, isn't it? Granted, Duckov probably isn't the most bitrate intensive game to try things on, although, you know, with occasional explosions and whatnot, it's not also sort of the most naive game either. But the audio thing is gonna bug the living hell out of me. Well, I'm thinking what I can do to try and resolve it that I haven't tried already. I mean, I guess I can try and reinstall all my audio drivers and sort of take it from there. Because it could make a difference, although I reinstalled my audio drivers recently, so for some reason, a part of me is thinking, yeah, that is not going to help one bit. But, hey. Okay, Troll Bag is better, right? Yeah, yes it is. I died somewhat recently, had the best backpack in the game, and I lost it to an evil spirit. And I don't mean that as a joke, I mean that very literally. There was an evil red spirit in the middle of Farmtown, and it attacked me, and it took all my stuff. So, I don't know, you tell me, right? Don't need the power cord, don't need the basket. What exactly am I going to try and... What exactly am I trying to do with this run? I don't think I really mapped that out in any real sense of that word. Oh god! Oh god, what the hell? Everything froze for a good few seconds. That is interesting. We've not had that before. Ha. Well, I mean, it's not a big deal. Oh, I think I know what it is. Yeah, I know what it is. So, funny story. I have a haunted television. It's a good TV, don't get me wrong. It's a Philips 42-inch TV, and it's a good TV. It's in 4K. It's I got it hooked up to the PC and everything. Gets the job done. Now I've played some games on it. It's good. Genuinely is. Problem is, it's a little bit haunted. Like, just a smidge. In that it will turn itself on without me touching the remote. If it's obviously plugged into the electricity of the home, right? If it wasn't, I'd probably be panicking a little bit more. But it will randomly just go on. And then you turn it off using the remote, and then it turns itself back on again. So you have to unplug it from the power cord, right? And occasionally it just does that. And when it does, obviously it's a new display device, so the NVIDIA drivers are like, stop, they like freeze for a second, and they, you know, it does a little like kind of like a little zoom out thing on your display, just to indicate that there is another one being connected. And so yeah, it just does that sometimes. I could not see that duck from my microphones. That's slightly unfortunate, but oh well. Let me just really quickly open up, not Steam, don't need Steam. I need a browser to open up my own stream in like a second window or something. Yeah, this is where a third monitor would come in handy. I want to see if the chat works, and if it works the way I want it to work. So, testing. Testing. It does. Chat works fine. Perfect. So I'm just going to leave this up like so. And there is a 5-second delay just to, you know, if we are streaming at max bitrate, just to make sure that nothing untowards happens. And besides, if I do muck something up horribly and for God knows what inexplicable reason end up showing my credit card information or something I'm not supposed to on stream, it gives me 5 seconds to, you know, pause the stream, switch to censor the thing, switch the things around, and then, you know, it'll do, I suppose. Okay, so probably should have grabbed the other keyboard for this, because this one's a little bit noisy. This is not the one I use usually to record stuff, but besides, it's not going to be a very long stream. We're just going to do a few runs, test things out, see how they work, and complain about the audio delay issue, because, you know, certainly don't know how to fix it. I am using a mod, which might be remotely interesting to someone. I am using a mod for items showing up like this, and I can also, you know, as a result of the mod, see their value. So the mod is called Quality of Life Improvements, QOL. Improvements. That's it. It's the only mod I'm using. Although I think that mod also requires like libharmony or something. But you just subscribe to those on the Steam Workshop, and that's fine. Okay, so there's a few enemies here. Oh, they're not exactly close, are they? Ah, I have a quest to kill these things. How are you still alive after all of that? Beautiful. Beautiful. There we go. We've killed the boss. We've killed his minions. We got the electrified UMP7. Oh, sorry, electrified MP7. Which is not great. I got the blueprint for it, but the blueprint's already registered. I think I'd rather craft my own. This one's really broken. Because I have another quest to kill stuff with the MP7, so, you know. Might as well use that. I've also taken out 4 other minion ducks during this exchange of fire. That's okay. You know. Didn't expect there to be that many. Good. Good, 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 good. Pick this up as well. They really don't have much, do they? They're like the basic enemies you get on the first map. Yeah, although there should be something relatively decent in the warehouses themselves. That should be neat. What? Again? Okay, bear with me. Everything froze again. That's fascinating. And one more time. I really am wondering whether it's the cursed TV, which I just talked about. In fact, I'm going to probably try and... I can try and unplug it immediately, can't I? Yes, I can. Why would I not try and do that immediately? It did say it needs like a software update of some description. So tell you what. There you go. TV's no longer plugged in. And there's a slight little freeze, and here it is again. Yeah, it was definitely the TV, because the, whatchamacallit, the symptoms are exactly the same. There you go. So it's the TV just plugging itself in and out, or I don't know, maybe it's the HDMI cable or something. It's completely irrelevant, though. It has nothing to do with the stream, it has nothing to do with my internet or anything, so... Overall, I'm extremely happy. There we go. One more down. That audio delay, though, I imagine is mighty annoying. The bitrate drops by a lot as well. Every time that happens. Like the little freeze thing. Which, I mean, makes sense, because the whole PC freezes for a second or so. Makes sense that the bitrate will drop. I want to test it out now that I've unplugged the TV, see if it still happens. Because if it doesn't, well, like, problem solved, nobody cares. But if it does, probably something with my settings, or, I don't know. Something else. God, having headphones in this game is such an advantage. You know, and then that happens and your headphones don't alert you to anything, which is also a thing, don't get me wrong, but... Still. It is a massive advantage. No, I don't want these. I want the red ones, and mainly for selling them, because I've picked up quite a few. I killed the yellow speedy delivery boss thing, which means that the whole area should be pretty safe, all things considered. Oh, shoot. Okay. Where's the extraction point? Oh, wow, I'm dead. There's no extraction point from this. Oh, oh, there is no extraction for that. I got completely distracted. I did not see the storm coming at all. Like, not one bit of me was thinking about the storm. Oh, that is hilarious. Although it does present a decent opportunity, to be completely fair with you. An opportunity for which I need this. A plastic barrel. And then, obviously, I'm also going to need, like, some kind of weapon. Do I get the AK? Do I get... Yeah, let's get the AK. 2 sets of bullets for it. Just gonna need the... I'm not gonna take the recovery injector. I'm gonna take the first aid kit. I'm gonna be honest with you, I wouldn't mind some bandages on 3. And then we need this. Yeah, that'll provide virtually no protection. But it should provide us with protection against the storm, although... Is it going to fully protect me against the storm? Well, we're about to find out, aren't we? Yes, it does. Okay, lovely. We are fully protected against the storm, and we now need to run and get our stuff back. I've got 10 minutes to do it. It froze me. Okay, let's watch the stream back, because it's an advantage I now have. Oh, I was in my inventory screen and I couldn't move. Okay. Fine. You know what? Fine. Fine. It's all part of the adventure process. It's all part of the process. Sleep for 24 hours and... You know what? Let's get out there and earn everything back from scratch. Because that's more fun that way, isn't it? You will occasionally lose things. It's just the way the cookie, proverbial cookie that is, crumbles sometimes. You will lose things. And that's okay. It's okay to lose things. How do I go about doing this? I think I'm going to take the Glick pistol, which is supposed to be the Glock. And we're going to take some standard bullets, about 240 of them. Right. And then I'm also going to take a basic medkit. I was going to head out with this. No weapons, no armor, no backpack, nothing. I was going to head out from nothing, because it's not a terrible start of the stream, right? Start of the stream, he says. 30 minutes in. But, you know, 30 minutes in and we lost the best armor there is in the game, so really, you know, who's to say where the stream ends and where it begins? I don't really need this. I'll take this, though, yeah. That was mighty stupid of me. So what did I do? I pressed this, and then I pressed... Did I press tab twice in sort of a panicked motion? That is exactly what I did, isn't it? Oh, that is funny. That is a funny thing I did. Oh well. Be that as it may, I almost wish, there's a slightly silly notion, I almost wish that there was kind of like a secondary inventory in the game, if that makes any sense. Like, you have your main stash, right? But what if occasionally I want to restart from scratch, like this, and sort of earn my way back up? I don't want to access the resources that I already have, and by resources I mean the ammunition, the crafting, like, recipes and tools and stuff is fine. I don't want to access the crafting resources that I already have. And so, let's say I want to just keep track of everything that I've looted since this morning or whatever, and go from there. I wish that was kind of an option. It is in Tarkov, because money that you make, you have to physically put into your wallet, right? It doesn't go into this universal pool that you don't have any control over. And so, that makes sense in Tarkov that you can do that. It's I don't think anyone really does that, but it is possible. You can, like, have all the resources, all the stored guns and everything, and then despite having all of that, you can still be like, you know what, from today, I want to do, like, 2 or 3 scav runs, gather the stuff, and then go from there, sort of. And you absolutely can, and, wondering if... Now, the Man of Light is a man of singular focus. He is like John Wick. I was wondering if I can get him to shoot some of the other ducks. That'd be a bit funny, but I guess not. So that's one boss taken care of. I have one more in the area. Around 1,000 for his axes. Honestly, not that much. Given everything, that is. Okay, standard bullets against the mercenaries in this area aren't going to be particularly great. I wonder... We can do this one of 2 ways. We can do this the slightly easier way and the slightly safer way, or we can just attack the enemy encampment here, which has a boss. I think we do the smarter thing. We go around, and then this way. And the reason I'm going around is there is an encampment in Ground Zero, which is this, like, starting map, which has better loot than the other encampments, if I'm making any sense. And by that I mean, it has sort of roughly similar tier enemies, in that they have roughly similar weapons, ammunition, and stuff like that, but they will give you better drops. Like, much better drops. And so, yeah, that's what I would like to go and test out. But before I do that, I've been streaming for like 30-40 minutes. Let's see how it looks like on the receiving end of this stream. Just give me a second to... And by that I mean, it has sort of roughly similar tier enemies, in that they have roughly similar weapons, ammunition, and stuff like that, but they will give you better drops. Like, much better drops. And so, yeah, that's what I will... Okay, that is all fine and well. Aside from the slight audio delay, which I already mentioned multiple times, but not quite sure how to fix that, so until I do, it's just this. Gonna need some water. Sooner rather than later. Well, there is a lot of clicking from my keyboard. Might want to move away from the microphone a little bit. Reduce that ever so slightly. I'll get the other keyboard out for the next stream, but for now, this'll This will do. This is just testing things out for like an hour or so. Here it is, the northwestern camp. You can get some incredible stuff here. Unlike other parts of the map, where things are a little bit more... How do I put this? Like, beginner-oriented, shall we say? Here, you can get some incredibly good stuff. Obviously not always. But, as you can see, they've got AKs, they've got MP155s. Some of them have a bit of body armor, which is, you know... Energy drain rate minus 50%. That's actually not bad at all. I mean, it doesn't provide any protection, but... Let's just sprint for, like, ever. Well, and then, obviously, there's the cowboy hat as well. Is there any reason not to use the AK? 12 damage, 14 damage. Yeah, there is. This does more damage on average. Alright. We weren't that lucky. You can get some incredible backpacks in there. You can get some pretty incredible stuff. Obviously, there's a low chance of it, but it can spawn. Whereas everywhere else, the max that you can get is like tier 2 stuff. Which, obviously, isn't that great, but that is fine. Let's heal up really quickly. Get to these tools. I don't really need the UV light, but yeah. I am doing some inventory management. I don't think I really explained it. Perhaps it might be useful for some in the future. Who knows? The stuff that I'm going to store in my stash goes up here. The stuff that I'm using goes to like the top 2 rows. The stuff that I'm going to store goes underneath it. The stuff at the bottom is going to get sold for money. And that's the whole philosophy behind everything. Like, there is nothing else. That is it. It's simple. It gets the job done. And you can lock some of the stuff up here if you want to, but, you know, realistically, you don't need that. The one thing I hate about this game is that the UP-45 has the lowest damage of all the submachine guns. It's supposed to be in 45 ACP, right? That's why it's called the 45. It's supposed to do more damage, like have less armor penetration, but more damage than something like, well, the Bison or literally any other weapon in the game. And yet it has the lowest amount of damage. Like, why? Why? It's one of my favorite SMGs all round. Because 45 ACP is an awesome caliber. It's just a bit of a pain to shoot accurately, and 9mm is just so much more comfortable to shoot and use in general. You got yourself shot at and did not bother turning around. I am... Oh. Okay. Okay, that is a big problem. Problem's getting bigger. Alright, boss is dead, there you go. Who says you can't do it without the starting pistol? Of course you can. Lovely. And we're fortunate enough that he has relatively good armor as well on him. Well, I mean, it's not broken, which is... Well, it's somewhat important, I would say. It's not broken, is it? It's like, it's very, very slightly broken, which is fine. Okay, good. So, we have our starting position, so to speak, to get our stuff back. This is just to replenish the standard ammo that we've lost. The enemy has some really terrible gear, honestly. You can run into like level 5 weapons and armor and stuff over here if you're lucky. Or if you're like me, you can run into this, but honestly, that's okay. The mobility thing's useful. I mean, I use it on a lot of guns, so might as well grab it. Steel helmet's kind of funny. Okay, did I check the... I did not. The cabinet. Oh. Lucky me. I checked the cabinet. Huzzah. Okay, school bag is much better than the cosmetic backpack. So we're getting something out of that as well. And then the vector. It's damaged. How much does it sell for? It sells for a decent enough amount to pick it up and just sell it off. If nothing else. You know what? This is okay. I like this. This is good enough to use to the point where we can go go and extract with this. We killed like the 2 bosses of the area. We can extract with this. It's not a problem, and I can go and grab my stuff back from, oh, at least the first death. Oh, sorry, from the second death, not the first one, because stuff from the first one is gone forever. Boo-hoo. And there we go. Job's done. Well, tell you what, the little music thing lets me check what the delay is exactly. So give me a second, and I will look into that. Right around here. Feels like the delay is more than 5 seconds, but okay. Job's done. So the audio delay is pretty much exactly the same as it was when I was recording videos, which is interesting. It's like less than a second. It's 0.3, 0.4 seconds, something like that. What the hell's the point of this? Special item. Okay. Genuinely do not know what that does. Black market. Is there anything on the supply front? There is an AS Val. Specialized rifle with integrated suppressor, high rate of fire and accuracy, limited magazine capacity. For 10,000. How much money do I have? 13,000. Yeah, no. Refresh this one. So, UV light we can sell. Protein we can sell. Is that... Wow. Okay. Just wow. You know, as far as buying things is concerned... Yeah. That's fine. Alright, let's refresh again. Don't mind the vertical grip. These things are mostly useless. Sell the planks. I can sell this. And gun control. Reduces firearm recoil and bullet spread. Yeah, you know what? Fine. For 4,000, fine. Let's go quests. I did this one. So, you're welcome. Submit golf club. Huh. I did not know we had a golf club in the game. Alright. There you go. It's the single-player equivalent of gambling, isn't it? Really is. There we go. We now have all manner of stuff. Immune to shatter effects caused by space bullets, but cannot resist space storms. That seems amazing, honestly. Assault 1, that is getting sold. Headshot 1, that is getting sold. Agile 3. I get the feeling that I have Agile 2 or something like that. No, that was Aegis. No, I have Agile 1, I was right. That is getting sold as well. Lovely. Okay, let me just put the rest of this stuff away so that I can focus on the important bits. Yeah. Good. That works. Now we can pick these up, and let's offer just one more, why not? Berserk 2. Meh. Okay, fine. So, figure out what we're selling and what we're not. First and foremost, get rid of all of this, this, and this. And now we can start looking into things. Berserk 3. Already have one getting sold. Gun Control 3. That's what I'm using, isn't it? No? No. Assault 1. This is Assault 2. Okay, so that's getting sold. Sturdy 1. Ninja 1. I know I have a better one than that. Berserk 3. What am I looking for? Gun Control. Oh, I guess I don't have one. Okay. Gun Control 3, there you go. Warrior 3. Got that already. Another Berserk 3. Just 1. Perception 1. Marathon 1. Aegis 1. Berserk 2. And then the last one is Recovery 2. I have that one as well. Alright, well. Berserk 2 gets Fire Resist 2. Already have it. And HP 1, don't need it either. Alright, well, if nothing else, we're going to make a good chunk of change on these things. Unfortunately, didn't get a totem we really needed. But that's alright. So, we sort things out. Medication equipped. That goes in there. That goes over there. Now we just need to grab some some ammunition. And I am going to grab 3 bits of armor-piercing ammo. 3 is a bit much. 2 things of armor-piercing ammo. That'll do just fine. And then I'm gonna... what should I do? Let's wait until the morning. We'll do a warehouse run, but we're gonna do one really, really quickly. And the reason is I just want my stuff back. I don't think there's much in the way of... I don't think there's much in the way of resources that I need to get from here. So... Let's just grab the lost items and make our way out of here. And obviously if I pick up something useful in the area, that'll be fun, but pretty much at this point just a beeline towards the lost items and out of here. There is sometimes a pack of mercenaries near this house with the... Well, I don't know, I'm not sure if I want to spoil it or not, but there is something special about this house over here. And if you haven't played the game, or haven't gotten to that point in the game yet, I should say, I'm not going to spoil it for you, but there is something. I mean, the ammo alone is worth it, because it's... maybe not a pain to craft, but takes a bit of work crafting it. Okay. Okay. And threw grenades at me. There is a boss that specializes in grenades. I'm pretty sure it's not on this map, though. Might as well grab everything, right? Because the extract is right there, and I need to sell the stuff, so... Did lose a good chunk of resources, expensive resources at that. So, you know, may as well. Alright, already overweight, so definitely just grabbing the stuff and leaving was the correct course of action. I want to go to Farmtown next. Genuinely do. Okay, good. So, store this AK, we're going to be using this one for a while. And store the rest of this stuff as well, because we don't need it immediately. Oh, and the ammunition too. Lovely. Let's go and sell all of this stuff. Lovely. Okay, now, I'm going to take a short break, because we've been streaming for about an hour, and I'm going to take a short 5-minute break. I wonder if there's a way of oh, yes, there is, isn't there? I can say, be back in a few minutes, taking a break. How do I do this? Action, timestamps, moderation, activity, participants, send feedback. How do I pin something? I can pin a message. There you go. Be back in a few minutes. Taking a... I can pin this message to the top, and then everyone that goes in will see it in the chat. Lovely. There we go. Alright, I will see you all in a few minutes. I'm just going to hang around the base, obviously. Go and grab some more water, and I do believe I need to share my Wi-Fi password with, you know, the other people that live here as well, and see how they're doing, if they need anything, and so on and so forth. And see if I can Google something about this audio issue, but I highly doubt that I can solve it in, or rather during the course of this stream. Ah, there we go. Be back in a jiffy. Okay, here we go. Ladies and gents. Let me get back to game capture and we can remove the message. Not just unpin it, but remove it. Lovely. Alright, OBS takes a minute to get back to game capture, that's fine. Let's go to Farmtown. We ready to go to Farmtown? Not really, but that's where the good gear is, so... Hey. Let's see. Radar station... North Factory, where do we go? Where's Teleport Bubble 1? It's in the supermarket. Ugh, okay, never mind. We'll just go this way. Stick to the edges of the area, I think. Is that night falling? Yeah, of course it is. I pick the best times to go on raids, don't I? The middle of the night. Although, to be fair, it's not like we're playing Dying Light or anything. Nighttime isn't the worst thing in the world. Generally speaking. Though, I do have to be careful. I don't think I can take on many bosses, especially in this area. I mean, Warehouse and, what's the other place? Ground Zero? Fine, no problem whatsoever. Farmtown bosses are... interesting, let's say. Yeah, the Farmtown bosses are really tough, or they're doable, but there's very little in between, right? In fact, there is one I found, and I don't really want to spoil too much, but there is one I found that's a vending machine. No, I'm not saying that metaphorically, or to, you know, joke around or for any other reason. No, it is literally a vending machine with a toy gun that shoots at you. And you would think, well, Juggernaut, how hard can it be to kill a vending machine? Extremely. Extremely is the answer. I had a sniper rifle with armor-piercing bullets, and I could not scratch the bloody thing. I mean, fair, I did scratch it for like a third of its health, but it killed me after I wasted like 3 or 4 magazines trying to get it. It was not pleasant by any stretch of the imagination. So yeah, Farmtown bosses are they're tough. And as I say that, it just occurs to me that this place is called Farmtown, yes? Is that, how do I put this, like meta commentary on the fact that this is where most people will go to farm things? Like gear and ammunition and everything? I swear to God, I've gone through the entire game and this has not come to mind at all. That's the reason this place is called what it is. It's only now that it's sort of reaching my clearly fairly limited brain. Well, that was a bit... Okay, I know what that is. That is indeed a boss. It's okay, we can kill it. And the reason we can kill it is it has a shotgun, and shotguns don't do very well at long range. Even if they are incendiary. Which this one is. Yep, there you go. Told you. Sad thing is, though, body armor 3.3 versus body armor 3. It's not a big deal. It's not a big difference. So we killed the boss for very little gain. What's the price on the gun? It's alright. But not even that's like... you know, kind of like a be-all, end-all. It's just, it's alright. I mean, I'm hoping that the stuff he's guarding is more valuable than the actual loot from killing him. But that could have been something else. That could have been a vending machine boss, which would have been considerably more difficult to kill. I do need something to cover my face. Okay, this AK is not the most accurate weapon in the world. Short bursts it is. Okay, there we go. What a potato. Oh, whiskey. Whiskey's good. Whiskey's always good. Financially and to, you know, lift your spirits up and everything. Poison resistance is $1,000. Jeez. I mean, to be fair, given the fact that all of the tokens are permanent and you don't lose them even after dying, makes sense that they're a little bit more expensive, but yeah. Military talkie-walkie. Or a handheld radio if you want to be pedantic about it. That's good. Shall we make our way to the northern factory? I reckon yes. Out of curiosity, is there a way? Yeah, over there. Alright. Shortest way out. I can't squeeze through here, can I? Yes, I can. Yes, I can. Look at that. Lovely. Okay. Teleportation thing. Don't want to use it. It'll throw me in the middle of God knows where. Instead, let's head towards the extract, but we're not... Oh dear, stop it. Stop that. We're not leaving just yet. Hey, MP133, $1,000. Yes, first of all, hello, hi. Welcome to a test stream. It's just we're just testing things out, right? Got optic fiber internet. In case you couldn't tell by the title, right? It's stupid me, but yeah, it's 600 through 600 megabits per second, and it is phenomenal. I am streaming at the maximum bitrate allowed on YouTube, and I haven't dropped a single frame. Well, to be fair, I tell a lie. I dropped a couple of frames, but that's because I have a haunted TV, and it's a long story that I already told in the stream. Basically, it just turns itself on, and occasionally that causes the what's it called? Causes the screen to freeze for a couple of seconds, and that's the reason I dropped frames. But as far as the internet is concerned, it is phenomenal. I feel like I've leaped forward like years, literally. Like literally, I feel like I've leaped forward in technology by decades. I set a video to upload, which was the what did I upload? Dying Like the Beast. Yeah, I uploaded the next part. It took like 2 minutes to upload the video. In retrospect, it used to take like 3 to 4 hours. Yeah, hours to upload a video like that, especially of games where there's a lot of movement, a lot of action. You know, they tend to be higher in file size. And my god, that is... what a difference, you know? Maybe one day you'll do Balloons Tower Defense 6. I do have balloons on my phone. Let me see if it's 5 or 6. I think I have 5 on my phone. No, it's 6. Yeah, I have Balloons TD6 on my phone, and I do play it occasionally when like commuting or I don't know, stuff like that. And I have a semi-decent, I have a pretty great phone plan now as well. I picked it up as part of the package deal for the new internet. So I have more or less unlimited data, so I can play, like, you know, play live streams, I can play games, I can play whatever when I'm going from place to place. Or just I'm out and about, or whatever. So, yeah, definitely. As far as PC is concerned, like playing it on YouTube, I mean, it's a good game. Don't really have anything against it. It's on sale on Steam right now. It's $1.36. Oh god, I'm gonna go pick it up, aren't I? Yes, I am. I've got I got some money in the Steam wallet. I'll go and pick it up. I think it's only fair. I mean, I did get it on the phone, and they are 2 separate versions, I think, that you need to pay for both of them. But that's fine, honestly. For $1.30, that's nothing. That's like the... Oh god! What the frick? Where's my HP gone? Shoot! Okay. Yikes. Yeah, armor-piercing bullets, that'll do. That'll do. I mean, plus I don't have the best protection in the world. I recently lost pretty much everything. Oh, that's a good weapon. That is a really good weapon. And I can carry it around, it's not that heavy. Anywho, I do have a delay on the stream a little bit, because I was afraid I might drop frames. I think as long as you have a Kiwi account, you can log in on your computer. That red screen wasn't saying, because I lost all of my HP. And this is on a fairly upgraded character with, like, max HP increased, body armor increased naturally, etc., etc. There's, like, a ton of upgrades. That was, like, a burst of a lot of bullets, a lot of armor-piercing bullets at very close range. Generally, I don't recommend experiencing that. But this is, like, I want to say it's, like, the late-game stage of Escape from Duckov. It's kind of not, because there's more difficult areas with more bosses and more risk, and plus there's the whole storm thing, which you can survive. Thinking of buying the game, but I don't know, Escape from Duckov. Yeah, look, there's a perfect example for you to, you know, make a more informed decision. Check it out. Like, I'll be playing it for a little bit more, and you can tell me, but honestly, I would sum it up. That is... could be problematic if I don't kill it immediately. Honestly, I would sum it up by one review on Steam. I think one review on Steam nailed it on the head. They said, and I quote, "I'm afraid this is the best extraction shooter on the market currently." Or, no, I'm afraid, unfortunately, that's the word they used. Unfortunately, this is the best extraction shooter on the market right now. And I think it's true. Every word of it. Like, unfortunately, not in the sense that the game's bad, unfortunately, in the sense that it's a game about a duck, right? You're a duck running around this cartoonish world, and it's the best extraction shooter we have. Because Tarkov is, you know, Tarkov is Tarkov. It's brutal, it's realistic, blah, blah, but it's also chock full of cheaters. The server problems are unbearable at times. Single-player Tarkov is fun. I've had a lot of fun with it, but honestly, I mean, in terms of the raw amount of fun that I'm having between single-player Tarkov and this, I haven't played Escape from Duckov for like 500 hours, so it's not a fair comparison yet, but it kind of feels to me like I'm having more fun with this game. And that is insane, and we have a graphics card. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a graphics card. Lovely. $10,000, by the way. $10,000, but that's fine. Or that doesn't really matter, because you're never going to sell it. No, instead you put it in your Bitcoin miner. Does that sound familiar from somewhere? Nah. Yes, it does. Vertical Grip 3. I have never seen this in my life. I will absolutely take it. And a grenade. Grenades are good. The professor recently graded my assignment and I got a 9 out of 10 on it. Yay! Awesome. Awesome. I think I got the same thing, or like a 10 out of 10 or something, but I haven't submitted like a paper that I'm supposed to write, so I'm going to do that probably tonight/tomorrow morning, and that'll be like 2 grades, and then I have 1 more exam and I'm done. Just 1 more. And I should be done for the rest of my life, technically speaking, right? My PhD, last exam, and that's it. And I have been... Oh, this is kind of interesting. I have sort of been given a class to teach next year, but not officially. At least not yet. And so I don't know if that's going to be, like... if that's going to come through or not. I've been offered the position. I said yes. But then it just sort of stopped. Like, nobody contacted me since. And one of my friends was also offered a position on a different level. Like, I'm supposed to be teaching 4th-year students. She's supposed to be teaching 3rd or 2nd-year students, I think. And she got contacted by, like, the head of the department. And they were like, yeah, you know, we're going to send you some materials over. If you have any questions, we can meet, and etc., etc. And I was like, okay, that's great. Where's my email containing the exact same thing? You know, because if you're going to offer it to me as well, I'd appreciate the same treatment. But yeah, I don't know. I suppose it will either happen or not. Either way, I'm not really overly concerned about it. It's not... doesn't change much. Like, my salary stays the same. Everything pretty much stays the same. So, you know, not overly concerned. A final paper due on December 16th. You have tons of time for that, don't worry. Well, I mean, I don't know what the paper's about. It might take ages to write, who knows, but yeah, generally speaking, like 2 or 3 days for me, at the most, if I have no idea what I'm doing. But that's 2 to 3 days if I'm really focusing on it and really trying hard. I did write 2 papers in a day at one point. I don't recommend it. It's not good for your health, it's not good for your sanity. But I did do it once, so it is technically possible. Those were papers around, I want to say around like 10 pages-ish. File paper is worth 60 points. That's a lot of points. Like, don't get me wrong, that's a lot of points. You want to make sure you do it right. But as long as it isn't an overly long paper, shouldn't be too much of a problem. There's actually one of my professors... or one of my ex-professors, he is now the dean of, I think that's the word in English, or in American. He's now the dean of the university, or is dean reserved for high schools or whatever. Anyway, he's the guy in charge of the university, in you know, long story short. He used to say, the shorter your paper is, the less room you have to make a mistake. Words to live by. Honestly, words to live by, and I've sort of followed that through my academic career, because if your paper's, you know, if it's like 6 to 20 pages, or 10 to 20 pages, which is, 6 to 20 is generally the rules most conferences and scientific papers and magazines and stuff, they will go with that rule, generally speaking, like 6 to 20. If your paper is 6 pages long, there's a lot less that can go wrong in those 6 pages than if you submit a 20-page long paper. Especially when it comes to, like, reviews and stuff, and, you know, all the memes about Reviewer 2 being your worst enemy, Reviewer 1 being the nice guy and all. Absolutely true, by the way. Every single one of those memes is nothing but the truth. But all these assignments were building the elements of the paper. Yeah, I'm assuming so. That's actually a good thing. Because, you know, you sort of build up to something, and it's always nice when we can use things like that. In fact, one of the last papers, well, one of the last papers that I'm writing right now is I've used things from 2 different exams and sort of combined them into one paper, and I'm sending the same paper to 2 places. And it's just great, because you can combine information from 2 connected, but not super connected things, and you just sort of, it just makes sense, right? Everything you learn builds up towards the paper from both subjects and everything, and it just feels good, honestly. More so than anything else. It just feels good to, you know, feels like you're doing something that makes sense, feels like you're doing something that's productive, and yeah. I like that. I like that quite a lot. If you can sort of have that intertextuality, we call it in literature, but, you know, I guess you can call it the same, except not on a literal level. Here's the Bitcoin farm, by the way. 17 hours for a Bitcoin. Blech. But hey. How's the stream quality, by the way? I mean, I did pause and go and watch my own stream and check things out a little bit. But I you know, it's sort of different when it's me looking at it and when it's from a third person, or not third person perspective, but from the third party, right? How's the stream quality looking? Because it's the highest bitrate I can manage, well, not that I can manage, it's the highest bitrate that YouTube will allow, and it's supposed to look pretty good on paper. Just wondering what it's actually like. Let's use this M1A. Let's see, it's L caliber. Stream quality is really, really good, and I'm watching it in HD. Yes, yes. I have been waiting for this internet for like 8 years, and I'm not even kidding. Around 8 years ago, optic fiber internet was introduced into this town, and one of the first streets that got optic fiber internet was my street. Except for my little piece of the street, which remained a black hole of optic fiber internet for like 8 years due to some bureaucratic mishap. You know, like it was hell. Like for 8 years, I'm trying to get people to, you know, notice me. God damn it! Oh, this is gonna be awesome. So vertical recoil minus 43, and then horizontal recoil minus 43 for no recoil whatsoever with one of the really, really heavy and highly recoiling guns. That is going to be awesome. So that's as far as the grip and muzzle are concerned. This is going to be good for mobility, ADS time and movement coefficient. Very good. And then I need a stock and a magazine. This uses a battle rifle magazine, which I don't have. I used to be able to play World of Tanks, World of Warships, and War Thunder with no lag. However, something in October of last year, because whatever happened, the packet loss started coming in. Oh, that's unfortunate. October last year, and they still haven't fixed it? Oh, for crying out loud. Okay, I will now stop complaining about my internet. Like, the one thing, the packet loss is coming from the handoff server, which they don't seem to be wanting to fix. Oh, man, that sucks. The one thing that I can say, I mean, they did take about 3 weeks to install my optic fiber internet. 2.5 weeks, which usually takes like a couple of days, but there was a problem with I actually don't know what. It wasn't in my house, there was a problem with like them and wherever they have the thing. There was one problem, and then there was another, and then it started raining, and one of the guys that was supposed to hook me up got electrocuted because it was raining, and he had wet hands, and he was handling live wires. I mean, it's funny, but it's also a bit dark. He's fine, he wasn't even hurt badly, it was just like a little bit singed, right? That's all. So I can laugh about it, but like it's a mess. It is an absolute mess. But weeks later, you know, here I am. They did their job. But the one thing that I can say about them, about my internet service provider, is that they really quickly resolve any problems that you might have. And that's just worth mentioning, I suppose, and worth, how do I put it, like, kudos to them for that, right? Because whenever, like, if it's a faulty router, if it's a faulty, you know, whatever, they will come and fix it within, like, a day or two. And they will fix pretty much everything that you ever have problems with. Like, yeah, they're really, on time as far as that is concerned, and they're really, really, really good as far as those things are concerned. So yeah, they may take their sweet time to get there initially, to, you know, install your internet and stuff, but once they get there, kudos to them. Good job, you know. Right. This is a great gun. I would like a scope on it, if at all possible. What did I unlock? An MP7. Yeah, that's fine. I think I can buy a 2x scope. It'll increase my recoil significantly. It'll increase my aiming range. I don't want to do that. No, instead I want a BR scope that will reduce my ADS time as well. Oh, sorry, a BR magazine. Quick magazine. Yeah, let's do that instead. Don't need to go long range with this weapon. Or, to be fair with you, with any weapon. It's not the most important thing. I mean, it can be good. What do I need else for this? I need a scope, okay. Do I not have any scopes? I do have this one. Aiming range plus crit damage multiplier. Honestly, yeah. That'll do. That'll do. Behold, we now have the ultimate weapon. I love how the crosshair changes. It is such a nice little detail in the game that the crosshair changes when you put on like a red dot or a proper sniper scope or whatever. It's such a nice detail. This game, by the way, officially I think sold like 1 million copies or 2 million copies. They said for Tarkov Arena they introduced Season 1 Battle Pass for it. Battle Pass, really? A Battle Pass? Fine, I suppose, because it's Arena and it's not, you know... Actually, no, it's not fine. Sod that. Battle Pass for the Arena. Yuck. It could be worse. It could be Battle Pass for Tarkov proper, right? That would definitely be worse, but... I hate it. I hate it. The infestation of everything must have a Battle Pass. Now let me guess, there's a free Battle Pass and one that... You know, funny, thank you very much. Let me guess, I can... Oh god, oh god, oh god. Okay. Red screen of death again. Woo! I'm good at this game. He says nearly losing all of his HP once again. I really didn't expect a boss that quickly. Or that soon, rather, upon arrival. He's got an M1A as well. I mean, I can carry it, technically, just to sell it later. The AP bullets are a welcome addition, of course. CD drive gets sold. I forgot to sell all the loot I forgot to sell all the loot from the previous run. That's... I mean, it's okay. It's not the end of the world. I just completely forgot about it. All of this was supposed to be sold. It's not that heavy, to be fair. It's fine. I can lug it around for one more map. But imagine, like, Tarkov going into the next raid having not sold or stored anything from the previous one. Not good. Not good, boss. Definitely not great. Yeah, this is all right, though. Do I want to... Yeah, I definitely want to heal again. Okay, so if I can have 2 seconds without enemies attacking me, apparently I can't. I wanted to say that I have a task to do on the other end. It's going to take up a lot of space. I mean, I have like these 3 rows for more stuff. It's not that heavy as well, so it's not a big deal. I mean, I could rush to an extract immediately and then, you know, come back again without the loot in tow. But honestly, it's not a big deal. It'll probably just limit the amount of stuff I can carry. For example, maybe I would pick up those shotgun shells, because shotgun shells are useful. But now I'm not going to, so... yeah, you know, whatever. Tell you what, though. I am going to extract sooner rather than later, because I want to do a quest, and I just realized there's a much better way of doing it than going through the entirety of the map on my own and just sort of running for it. The task I have is... I think this is a relatively safe place to show, right? The task I have is down here. This is the southern factory, despite the fact that it says chemical plant. Don't ask. It says chemical plant. It's technically a factory, I suppose. There is a northern factory. It says so on the map, except the southern factory is called chemical plant. I don't know. I thought the southern factory was sort of where I was a minute ago, but yeah, never mind. So I need to get there. Unfortunately, getting there from here is a bit of a problem, mainly because it's very far away. However, if I extract, there is an alternative route into Farmtown, which will drop me off closer to where I need to be. So, what I'm thinking of doing is just looting up a few of these mercenaries, see if I can find a better backpack, or maybe some good ammunition, stuff like that. Just some basics. Nothing too... yeah, like this. See, that's great. Some basic things like this. And then afterwards, we extract to the nearest extract point, and we go back in via the other route. And that'll make... we'll make more progress that way, I swear. What is the storm? Thank you for asking. Had you come to the stream about... I want to say like 15, 20 minutes earlier, you would have seen me completely forget about the storm, and that it is indeed a thing, and just completely ignore the timer, because I was looking at other things. I was looking at the bitrate, and I was looking at chat, and I was looking at all these things, and I was like, yeah, storm, schmorm, whatever, who cares? The storm is... how do I explain this? It's kind of like the storm in Fortnite. And I don't mean that in a derogatory way, I mean that in a very visual way. It looks like the circle in Fortnite, right? And what it does, it blankets the entire map, like all of the maps, not just the one you were on, but all of the maps in like this purple mist, which does ticking damage to you permanently. And you cannot survive the ticking damage. Even if you have like all the healing items in the world, you still can't survive the ticking damage. It'll tick faster than you could heal, even with the best healing items. So it will kill you, and you just have to either make sure you are not outside when the storm hits, or if you are, just make it to, like, shelter as quickly as humanly possible. How many enemies are going to be around me? Jesus. However, it's not that simple, because as you can see, the storm will happen in 152 minutes. That is a lot. That's not in-game time, that's real time. That's ages, right? We're never going to hit that mark. Well, you can go to your stash and you can sleep off for a few hours, for like 24 hours or whatever. And you know, the storm will get closer, obviously. Or the timer will tick down faster when you're sleeping. Now, good question is, why would you want that? Why would you want the storm to happen sooner? Well, for one, if you have like 10 minutes left to the storm, you might not want to run outside, because, you know, you can get caught in the storm. Makes sense. But there's another reason. If you get the correct suit, which is, it takes a lot to get it, because you need to unlock a secret area, you need to unlock and I kid you not, an alien secret trader who sells it, who's not a duck. In fact, it's the only organism in the game that is not a duck. It's vaguely duck-shaped, but it's not a duck. So, yeah, like, also, by the way, Quack Town Hall is where we're going currently. No comment needed, right? No comment needed whatsoever. At any rate, if you get armor from the alien thing, you can stay outside during the initial phase of the storm. So during the first, I think, 15 or 20 minutes or something like that of the storm, you can stay outside. And then you can get murdered by evil spirit. I don't mean that metaphorically, I mean that very literally. It's like an evil purple spirit that attacks you, its attacks stun you, it does a lot of damage. My armor didn't seem to do much against it, even though I had really good armor, much better than this. And yeah, just there you go. It's a thing, apparently. Don't know much more than that. I've done nothing but die to the evil spirits. Apparently there's like resources that you can collect during the storm that are very useful for late game stuff, obviously. Haven't gotten to that. I mean, I've gotten to the point where I can collect those resources. Haven't gotten to the point where I can defeat the evil spirit, because it is extremely difficult. Although I think I did kill one, and then I got killed by his friend immediately, so I didn't get to see any benefits of killing one of them, but it is technically possible, I suppose. That is what I've learned, so, you know, do with that information as you will. Is that? Yes, it is. It is Soul Moonshine. The only reason I'm excited for it is because it's $6,000. Some of the items in this game, oh god, some of the items in this game. I mean, GPU makes sense. It's a source of income. Of course, it's going to be it's going to cost a lot of money, but this Moonshine, it's not even that great. I mean, what does it do? It's like energy 50, hydration minus 100, and then it heals you for 100. Or you can spend like $200 on a medkit and heal yourself multiple times. Just a suggestion. Either works. Except one of the two isn't $6,000. Anyways, I think the happy HP is, it also increases your max HP, maybe. It's fine, it's not worth it. Because if something is going to kill me by reducing me from 60 to 0, it will kill me by reducing me from 160 to 0 most of the time. It's not a question of tanking, it's a question of whether you're taking damage at all most of the time, so yeah. Besides, I shouldn't have sold the black market contracts. No, it's not a big deal. I need money as well, but truth be told, I probably shouldn't have sold them. Okay. Grab these. Grab this as well. And we're going to dismantle them. Because I can use the gunpowder to make armor-piercing ammunition. Which is good. I can also sell this first aid kit, the large one. Because I have plenty of them, but I can also bring up, like, 2 smaller ones, I think. Don't forget to sell this stuff. Yeah, that's, again, sorry for the... I can really reduce that Steam delay. It's on 5 seconds. I'll do it for the next stream. I didn't want to stress my internet too much. I wanted to see how it will do with a little bit of delay, if I'm going to drop any frames or not. I didn't, so, you know. I can safely remove the delay for the next stream, but yeah. Where was I going with this? Right, so I want to know if I can craft a large medkit. I can, I just don't know how to. I mean, it is physically possible in the future, but I don't know how to. That's fine. Okay, so we sell this, and then... this is your gamma container, by the way. The little cute little dog thing, this is your gamma container. If you die, this stays in your inventory, which is adorable. It even has a little paw icon on it. I mean, look at that. That is adorable. Absolutely. Do I need to pick up any more ammunition? I don't think so. Do I need to... Okay, tell you what. I'm going to take the 4x scope off of this. And I'm going to sell everything else as far as this rifle is concerned. That's another $2,000. We're now at 70,000. That is a lot of money. That is quite a lot of money. Okay. Really quickly, check if we can expand the stash. We can, because I have 100 dog tags. Jesus, that is a lot of people. And then all of these will take a ridiculous amount of money, which I don't have. Fine. So we've now expanded the stash to ludicrous quantities. That's okay. I need to repair the body armor. That's a fairly simple process. So just repair everything. And then I don't have any face or headphone protection, but that's fine. Now I'm wondering. Nightfall's at 2200. We can sleep. Ferry ticket. I have a ferry ticket, but I'm going to sleep through the night. I do know I have a ferry ticket though. So sleep through the night, and there we go. So it should be somewhere in here. And of course, this being done live, I'm probably going to end up missing it. There it is. So, ferry ticket. We grabbed the ferry ticket, and I thought for the longest time this was a one-use thing. It's not. The ferry ticket is infinite uses. You can use it as many times as you want, which I did not know. It becomes more dangerous outside at night. Yeah, it does. It does. The robots come out. The spider robot things, which they do a ton of damage. But anyways, this is the alternative way to get into Farmtown, which puts you down here. And my objective being the chemical plant, we've just traveled from here to there. Yeah, look, in retrospect, it doesn't look like a lot. But you remember that we spawned up here and we had to collect a bunch of loot to get to the midpoint of the town. So, like, this actually does matter a fair bit. Because we're going in fresh from here with, well, with empty pockets. Which is very important, obviously. Trophy, yum. Okay, good. I'm not going to be collecting too much, because my objective is to grab an air conditioning unit. Like, the whole unit. And deliver it to one of the guys in my base. And I imagine carrying a whole air conditioning unit can be a little bit tricky. So I'm not gonna loot too many items from here. There you go. I really like this gun. I really did not expect to like it so much. Really did not. Do I want the... Nah, don't want anything off of him. Okay, where are we going? We are going this way, and then... I might want to visit the sanatorium. There's some space for an IRL and in-game joke here, but I'm just going to leave that up in the air. But yeah, I think I went past the sanatorium once. I don't remember if I actually went inside it. Oddly enough, IRL and in-game also, but more on that later, I suppose. Am I going in the right direction? Yes, I am. I have a lot of keys, which is a blessing and a curse in some senses. I was lucky enough to find a host of keys in just random, like, jackets, boxes, stuff like that, which unlock, like, late game areas. In fact, you can see here, this is the Universal Key Registry. I'm only missing a few. And it's one of the things I really like about this game. You don't need a key management system. You don't need anything special to store the keys. No, you just register them, and it's like permanently with you, right? You never lose the keys that you register. You do have to register them in the base, so you do need to extract with them once, but once you do, the key is always there, permanently, forever. You can never lose it. And I quite like that, honestly. Tarkov used to be like that. Keys used to have infinite uses, and to be fair, I kind of prefer it that way. I understand the logic behind, you know, having to re-loot keys every now and again. But, I understand the appeal of it, but I like that progression. Especially in a game where, like, raids reset, or servers reset, and you lose all your progress and stuff. I'm okay with that kind of progression. Okay, this is a good helmet. It's a very good helmet, but it's pretty damaged. It's like half of the HP. Though, to be fair, my helmet doesn't have a lot of HP either. It's full, but it's like 44%, 44 HP. This is 32 at half, so yeah, let's get the better one. Okay, and that's it. We're not going to loot much. We're going to loot the sanatorium, and we're going to loot the chemical plant, and that should be plenty. What the hell is this? Oh my god! Solid gold badge of a duck. Damage 10%, crit damage multiplier 1, chance to bleed 1. This is one of those things you put on a melee weapon, isn't it? It is. Holy mother of everything. You know what the worst thing is? It's not even that good. Like, damage plus 10%. The gold star that I have was damage plus 15%. I'm sure the chance to bleed is alright, but generally speaking, if you're in melee, you don't have time to watch things bleed and to wait for them to bleed out. My oh my. 27,000. Part of me wants to sell it immediately, and the other part of me, knowing games like this, is telling me don't sell it, because sooner or later there's going to be a quest that requires you to collect one of them. And then you will never see it again for the rest of your life. Looting poop in the toilets, absolutely. That is... And you know what the funniest thing is? Poop is one of the endgame ammunitions. I'm not even kidding. There is a boss that uses poop as a main weapon. Or rather, it uses poop-made ammunition, which you can then craft as well, as its main source of damage. And it does physical damage, and it does poison damage as well. And so, one of the endgame weapons in this game is poop. Because, believe it or not, it's kind of rare. You only get one poop per toilet. Which I feel like that could be on a t-shirt. In fact, that could definitely be on a t-shirt. You only get one poop per going to the toilet. Lovely. So make it count or whatever, I don't know. But yeah, it is one of the endgame weapons. As hilarious as that is. Unlike an RPG 7, which I thought would be awesome. Boy, was I wrong. It's okay, and don't get me wrong, it's not bad. it's just not great either. It's just alright. It's a flying rocket, it explodes, it does a reasonable amount of damage, but it doesn't instantly kill anything. And that's it. Alright, that was a bit dangerous too. Okay, good. Good. Another 2 mercenaries down. Oh, here's a question that just popped into my head. A Slight Pro, yes! Yes. That is such a good helmet. That is such a good helmet. It, for some unexplicable reason, makes it so that enemies miss you a little bit more. You know, on top of providing a massive amount of protection. And it's also used in crafting a number of things, but I'm not going to be using it for that anytime soon. The hidden mine over yonder, I think, is how you get to the lab in this game, and it's very much like the lab in Tarkov. But don't quote me on that. I haven't made it to the lab yet. I think you need to get it as a part of a quest to progress, because I have the key for the lab, I'm pretty sure. I'm just not sure if I can... Hold on, there's poison, isn't there? God, if I die, I'm never going to forgive myself. Yep, there's poison. Okay, get out of the way. Am I poisoned for a long time? It's not too bad. We can counteract it with the healing stuff. Yeah, I need a gas mask. And the fact that I haven't found one is a bit... Well, I don't know. It's not great. Also, I just noticed something. My ferry ticket's gone. Did they change that in the latest patch? Or one of the latest patches? They may have. Ferry tickets may be a one-way thing now. That's a shame. I enjoy having like the option to insert into 2 different places on Farmtown, because it's such a huge map. Like, you can never get from one side to the other without using either a teleporter or something like that. Sandbags for cover, sandbags for cover. Okay. Okay, that is a problem. Not quite sure what I expected to happen there. Okay, I need cover. This'll do. Come on. Come on. Well, it's a mini manager. The only thing worse than a middle manager. It's a mini manager. You give them the tiniest bit of power, you know, in the company. This is what happens. You can pluck out one of his eyes, which is, you know, do with that information as you will, but you only need one. And the reason you need it is I can actually show this because I can't get into the factory or the chemical plant proper. The reason you need it is once you go into the hidden mine, I think you can find a retina scanner. And, well, it's not difficult to put 1 and 2 together, right? 1 and 1 together. Either way, it's simple math. But you use his literal eyeball to open the door, which I did, and then there wasn't anything else to do, which was a bit disappointing. I thought I'd found the lab, like, you know, the lab, the big one that everyone was talking about. But turns out I might need... Oh, sorry. Backpack. Big backpack. Massive backpack. The king of all backpacks. Apart from the military max one, but they're fairly similar. It's good for 2 reasons. It's not just the, you know, it allows you more inventory slots. Inventory slots are good. It allows you to actually physically carry more weight. It increases the maximum amount of weight you can carry. That's the most important bit. As far as inventory slots are concerned, you do all right, with a few upgrades, with a few things here and there. It's, you know, you do good. That's good, and that's all right as well. See if I can get something good out of the ammo box. Advanced save people. This is good. Okay, cool, awesome. In fact. Let's get out of here and towards that hidden mine, because there's bound to be some relatively decent loot there, if nothing else. Although, I haven't gotten to the hidden mine recently, and I did do a few quests between now and the last time I was here. So who knows? Maybe we find something. I mean, there's something on the ground right there, so there's cause for joy already. Okay. Another survivor backpack. Wow. Now you give them to me. That'll be good for the stash. We can just stash it and yeah, but here you go. Requires mine manager's iris data. And bloop. It opens. And you see, I thought hidden mine, underground, makes sense that there would be a lab there, right? Like inside the mine if you're going underground. Thing is, there's no mine. I mean, there's a level 1 JLab certificate, which is good. It's good. You know, that's a welcome find. There's another one right here, which is great. But then, how do I actually get to the lab? Is sort of the question. Because this is the hidden mine. And the entrance is not here. So, perhaps, I don't know, but perhaps the entrance is going to be behind this, like that way. The only issue therein is that I'm not sure I can get behind this, but we can try. We have time. I guess it's hard to find a gas mask. It's being hard. It's not actually hard, it's just being difficult for no apparent reason whatsoever. I have one in the stash, believe it or not. Or I think I do. Maybe I lost it in the last time I died. But I think I can either craft one or buy one without much issues, right? Like, I'm pretty sure I can do one of those two things. So it's not really that difficult to get a gas mask. And I think most of those attack dogs carry them as well. So there's already, like, multiple ways of acquiring them. You see what I mean? Like, there's already multiple ways you can get one. I don't see how to get inside the... It must not be here. Maybe it's inside the chemical plant? That would make sense. A lab underneath the chemical plant? Makes sense to me. Anyways, it is getting late as well. And I am running low on food and water, so tell you what. Let's extract out of here and we can try again later. Besides, I have like 2 backpacks, a level up. Loads of good things to do. Okay, here we go. So, first of all, have a munch on whatever this is. And let's sort things out. So, I do want to keep 2 of the grenades. The rest I'm going to sell. These labs, well, first and foremost, actually, solid gold badge. Crit damage multiplier and chance to bleed. It's really not that good, is it? God, I want to sell it. No, we're not selling it. I don't need the money. I have 66,000. I don't need the money. I will keep one of the access cards, store the other one, store all of these things. Genuine question. Sort everything out. Do I need the dog tags? Dog tag. And everything. Dog tag. It's dog tag. It's 2 words. Do I need the dog tags? I don't think I do anymore. If I do, it's going to be highly unfortunate, but I needed them for this. Sorry, wrong menu. I needed them for this. The requirement for this was 100 dog tags and like a couple $1,000, nothing. But 100 dog tags. After that, I don't see any upgrade that requires more dog tags. Which leads me to believe I can just sell them for money. And a good chunk of money at that. What about skills enhancements? Space crystals? Yeah, this is what you collect during the storms, I'm assuming. Computer parts. No. No. And no. Yeah, so I guess I don't need them anymore. That's good. That's actually good. So, we will sell all of this. We will sell the dog tags. All of these luxury items, quote unquote. And then, since I already have one of the certificates to enter here, I might as well keep it and do this. Get rid of these things. Get rid of these things. Get rid of this. These 2, and that'll do. Okay. So, another piece of food. Give me a water bottle and give me two canned beans. Fine, that's enough. I need some more AP bullets. Easy enough to craft, although I think I may have some already. I do. Good. That puts me at 195. Don't need more. That's perfect. Armor. Do I have a gas mask? I do not. Can I buy one? don't see it here. What about you? You can buy orange headphones. Not that expensive. They're kind of worth buying in my modest opinion. But not a gas mask. Huh. You just sell weapons. I'm pretty sure you wouldn't sell me a gas mask, would you? No. Well, in that case, on to crafting. Gas mask. It takes bleach, a nail, and some polyethylene, like plastic sheets, to make a gas mask. That's concerning, first and foremost, and then everything else. I'm making a gas mask with a bleach and a nail stuck in it, and then some plastic film on top of that. That is... Do we really think... Are we really confident that that is enough to protect me? Well, I suppose we're about to find out, but... Yikes. Okay, one more medkit, just in case. And, we are off? Yeah. We're off again. Do you want to make a short break before I... Nah, let's do one more run. We can take breaks later. Sleep. This off, and... Oh, I can check the black market as well. Still 2 hours before I can refresh. Or 3 hours before I can refresh anything. That's fine. Okay. Farmtown. Farmtown South beacon not activated. How's it not activated? I haven't found the beacon in the south. Maybe it's next to the chemical plant? That would be useful if it is. Okay, where did we spawn? Oh my god. Well, tell you what. We did spawn near the teleporter. I want to say beacon. It's not a beacon. It's like a orb. Now, this is risky. But I'm open to taking risks. Let's go. Okay. Well, it didn't spawn us on top of a boss's head, which has happened before. Quack, 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 quack. Yeah. Quack, quack indeed. Where's my audio? Okay, did I mute the game? What? Where's my... Why is the audio gone? Shite. Okay. Oh, there's a boss in there, is there? Okay. Don't want to fight him. Yeah, I can't hear the gunshots I can't hear the gunshots anymore either, so at least it's not the stream. Is it... I mean, God forbid it's the orange headset, right? It's not the orange headset, okay. That would be weird. Thankfully you can pause the game. So, let me just figure out... Okay, I've unmuted the thing. Nope. Excuse me? PC? Oh, hey, you heard that, right? Oh, it's a game bug. It is, it's a game bug, isn't it? General, audio, graphics, keybinds. There's nothing for mute. Notification, display mode, audio settings. I mean, I'm not going to change these, though, all the way they are. Yeah. No, it's definitely a game bug, and I can try and General audio. Yeah, sorry about that, but there you go. So my what should we call it? My audio works. My PC's audio works fine. OBS records audio just fine. It's the game. There's a game with the. There's a bug with the game audio turning off for some reason. I wonder if I switch audio devices if it's going to fix it. So let's go to, like, the headphones, which aren't even plugged in. And then we go back to the speakers. Yep, that hasn't fixed it. Okay, I guess I'm going to have to restart the game. I have not seen this bug yet. This is the first time I'm seeing it. Like, I could have sworn it was either my PC or OBS or, like, some technical issues or whatever, because I'm not used to streaming and I don't, you know, don't have the most optimum settings and so on and so forth. So, like, that's the first prime suspect that I would expect that it's something on my end, but no, actually, it's fine. It's just that the game's decided to give me an inherent disadvantage this time round. Of not being able to hear anything. But I mean, talk about fortune. I did get the orange headset. I guess we have to play without hearing the sound now. For this run at least. Talk about fortune. I did get the orange headset, which will at least visually represent noise and where it's coming from. Like footsteps, gunshots, and stuff like that. So, we're not completely deaf. We're just mostly deaf for the duration of this run. In which I'm going to a new area of the map where I've never been before, which is guarded by a poisonous wall of death. I am sure nothing wrong will happen whatsoever. Right, gas mask is enough to get me through the thing, right? Enough protection? Yes, it is. Okay, how much you want to bet inside the lab and inside this poisonous gas of death there is a new type of enemy which I've yet to see, and it'll just rush at me with its claws and tentacles? On a side note, notice how I've stopped sprinting. Like, we enter a new dangerous area, the sprinting stops. Because it was all fun and games when I knew what to expect and I knew where and what kind of enemies to expect. Oh, there's robots over here. Okay. It's not a new enemy, so fair enough. Just gotta be careful, I suppose. Oh, whiskey. I'm wondering if... Part of me is wondering if the bug is caused by the search mod. Like the search stash mod with text. Because that's the only thing that I've used now that I haven't used before. Oh, that's going to be a problem. Let's focus on dodging for a second. Good. Good. Honestly, these things aren't the most difficult enemies in the world, but if they catch you with a full burst of, like, all of their rounds, you will die. You know what I mean? Like full burst of everything they have at you. I think I might have found the lab. Or something new at the very least. And my curiosity does not allow me, and well, neither does my ADHD, does not allow me to focus on just the quest at hand. I need to figure out what's at the end of the rainbow, proverbially speaking. I need to figure out what's over here. Because you take a look at the map, there's clearly something over here, right? Let's go and find out what. It's a data box containing night vision goggles. I did not expect that. Okay, I expected everything except that. A secret bunker, a hidden boss fight, anything but that. Huh. Okay, well, now we know. Let's go get the air conditioning unit. Actually, before I do that, YouTube's giving me a warning again. Let's see what it is. Please configure both primary and backup streams correctly. The comparison is something something. Yeah, I don't care about the backup stream though, YouTube. I really don't. Sorry. Let's get that out of the way. Right, good. So let's go back into the poisonous cloud. Okay, he's dead. This way. Good. Good. Oopsie, not so good. Alright, that's another dude dead. There's one more, that's fine. Did the poison just stop? Because it's really funny if it did. The poison's... No, it didn't. It's still there. It's just, for some reason, it's not over here. It's kind of funny how it comes out in like these bursts of green. Okay, can I squeeze through here, please? Thank you. And I can open the door from this way. All right. All things considered, expedition thus far has been very successful. Now we just need to find that air conditioning unit, which is the whole reason we got here. Of course, we got ourselves a nice luxury bag for our troubles. Toy rockets, not bad. Black market contracts are awesome. Okay. Cola factory notes. Oh, they used to make cola here, did they? Well, now it all makes sense. Air circulation unit. There we go. We picked it up. And that should be it. Mad Bomber note. Okay, that is... I know that is a boss, but I'm really hoping he's not around. Book, and then there's another data box here, another blueprint. For level 5 body armor. Oh my god. Okay, I'm assuming it's incredibly expensive and ludicrously difficult to craft, but even then, level 5 body armor. Yes. Yes, please. Okay, that is more than anything I need. Toy rocket. Yeah, toy rocket, toy schmocket. Who cares about that? Level 5 body armor blueprint. That is what we need. That is what this is all about. Okay, let me get... I don't need to eat and drink yet. Can do it a teeny tiny bit later. File cabinet. House key already registered. Right, good. So, let's get out of here, he says, not knowing how to get out of here. Oh, you gotta survive first. True, true. You know, don't count your chickens before they hatch and all that. You know, one foot after the other, etc., etc. Absolutely. But my hopes are up because I think I cleared out most of the area, which is, you know, helpful. Because I'm going to be going back the same way I came in, and I mean, not to say that something couldn't have wandered in. In fact, let me check. Yeah, no red circle on the map. If you're wondering what I'm checking for, there is a red circle on the map, which denotes Satan. I don't know how else to explain it. It's a giant red flaming duck made out of pure fire energy, and it attacks you with some energy-based weapon, and it's impossible to survive, and I lost my best gear to it at one point. So, I mean, what else do you need me to tell you? It is Satan. Okay, so yeah, the place is now populated again by enemies. Well, luckily it's not too powerful enemies, it's just regular ducks. Scavs, if you will. Or I think they are literally called just scavenger ducks. Well, I'm not sure about the one inside, but the rest are. Okay. Let's go open this up and there we go. There's more. There is indeed more. I love how he's trying to shoot me through the window. Okay. Water. Food. Good. Now, before I get greedy and start looting, the extract is right there. Just collect the last few bits and pieces that we might need. Well, need. We don't really need anything else, but let's just collect the last few bits and pieces anyway, before we get out of here. Okay. And then the two higher level scavengers that we killed. Alright, awesome. That's it. I'm done. It is evening, and I have nothing else to loot, and I am almost overweight when it comes to... I'm over the weight limit, if you will. Yeah, that'll do. That will do. Okay. Whew. So, first and foremost, what I'm more interested in than anything, blueprint research. Level 5 body armor. My god. And then also, night vision goggles. Oh, it's even the Oracle night vision goggles, you know, the ones with the 4 lenses for a better field of view and stuff. Look at them. Okay, so, craft. I'm assuming both are going to be in armor. In order to craft level 5 body armor, I need organic fiber, advanced organic fiber, and top class organic fiber. This is difficult to get, obviously. I only found 2 up until now, so yeah. But plus 5 body armor, plus 2 backpack capacity. This is worth getting. What about the night vision? Okay, now you're just joking, right? Now you're just... You craft the night vision goggles with a pair of sunglasses, a headlamp, and a golden ring. It's not just 3 random things, I swear. I'm inside the mind of the person that made this, a crafting recipe. I can see it. So what you do, right, is you take the light that is reflected off the golden ring, and you take the headlamp to provide the light, and then you focus the 2 onto the sunglasses, thus providing night vision. Because that's how night vision works. Oh, for crying out loud. Okay, well, you know what? Let me just mark all of these for future reference, because I might need them. I mean, obviously mark this as well, but I figure that's obvious. Sunglasses for night vision. I love this game. I absolutely love it. Alright, quest. A retrieve circulation unit. There you go. And complete. Let me guess. The next quest is going to be install circulation unit, no? No, it's not. Alright, fair enough. Fair enough. That's not that obvious and on the nose. I respect that. Good. Now, let's go over here and sell all of these things. And we have audio! No, we no longer have audio. We had audio when we sold this, right? I'm not going crazy, am I? For a brief second, we had audio. Yep, there you go. Cha-ching! So the only noise we're allowed to hear in this game is cha-ching. Oh, for crying out loud. Put this down to like 30 and maybe it resets or whatever. No. Okay, what if I do the search thing again and go like... dog tag? Because that's what I wrote last time. Nah, it doesn't seem like the search thing is what did it. Because, you know, doing it again would undo it. At least in my head. Nah. Okay, I mean, it's fine, I'll just restart the game. Let's see, let me just store all of these things before I do. Let's say our bullets, Lots of good ammunition we picked up. That's good. Okay, there we go. And that's it. Good. Also, I mean, if the money on the machine works, does it work in the ATM? Ah, it does not, unfortunately. The sound, I mean. That's a bit unfortunate. Okay, tell you what. Let's go to this screen. And then we're going to exit game. Let everything sync up. And let's start up the game again. See if OBS is going to capture it. Yeah, there you go. We have audio again. Well, I mean... Yep, there you go. We have audio. Lovely, look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful. It was a game bug after all. How on earth we got to the game bug, I have no clue, but it was. Tell you what I'm going to do now. I'm going to open up... I wear night vision with sunglasses. Yeah, obviously, I mean, you know, you don't want to blind yourself too much. Besides, imagine if you put on night vision and then all of a sudden it's daylight outside. You know, you just counteract that with sunglasses on top of your night vision goggles. Simple, really. Some might say elementary, Watson. Truly. Oh, for crying out loud, that is. First of all, I love how YouTube sent me an email to tell me that I'm live on my channel. Thank you, but it's one of those things that you sort of assume. I know, right? I feel like I don't need an email telling me this, but fine. Fine, whatever. There was something else I wanted to do. Where is it? What's it called? It was Map Genie, wasn't it? Yeah, Map Genie. Map Genie has an escape from Duckov thing. For lack of better words. If I switch over to monitor 1, let me just make sure I'm not showing anything I'm not supposed to. Yeah. There you go. If I switch over to this, you can see the various maps and all the interesting points in them everywhere, including something called Storm Area, but I don't want any spoilers here or there. So, Farmtown. Yeah, we didn't miss anything down here. We didn't miss anything over here. Okay, extraction point, hidden mine door, supercomputer. That's all I wanted to know. Did I miss an obvious entrance into the lab and just, you know, I'm stupid and I didn't find it? Turns out, no. Okay. So, with that in mind, hide everything and then tell me teleport beacons, southern farmland beacons, this is where it is. Okay. And then, again, without spoiling too much of the game, just a little bit, tell me bunker entrance. Well, that's the ferry, that doesn't count. Obstacle, point of entrance, teleport beacon, portal. I mean, yeah, we know about these portals. They're common knowledge. You open the thing up and it's there. That's fine. Locked rooms. That's not going to help. Locations. Fishing dock, hillside farmhouse, abandoned construction site, sawmill, no. Okay, plan B, how do I get inside the lab? Will it tell me? God, does this mean there's like 2 levels to the lab, an underground and a door entrance from Farmtown? So there is a door entrance from Farmtown. It's in the office building. JLab door. There you go. Fair enough. Alright. That's all I wanted to know. That is all I wanted to know before I set foot anywhere again. God, OBS takes its sweet time locating the game capture point, doesn't it? There you go. Stand by, and then game capture, please. There you go. Alright, thank you. Thank you, OBS. So, ladies and gentlemen, or currently however many viewers we have in the stream, 1 or 2, doesn't matter. This was an overall successful test, I would say. There is a slight delay between the audio and the video, and I'm not 100% sure how to fix it. But I will look into it, and I will try and test it, and I think I can test it out with this game fairly reliably, because it's simple. Just boot it up, go to the shooting range, and, you know, click, click, click. Because I think I can, you know, recreate it fairly reliably. It's not a big delay, it's like less than a second, it's like 0.3, 0.4 seconds. It's the same as when I record stuff. I'll try and reinstall my drivers, I'll try and fix that, see if that changes anything. I'll also try and set everything to a different bitrate or whatever. But for 2.5 hours, almost 3 hours of live streaming, at the maximum bitrate that YouTube allows, and I will check this once again, the resolution and everything, while we're here. Channel live. There we go. Yeah, we are streaming at 1080p. And it looks, I mean, look at it. It looks great. I'm now looking at my own screen in full screen. My own stream in full screen, and it looks great. I might try streaming in 1440p. It's like, why not, you know? May as well. There's no reason not to. We can try that. But at any rate, as I was saying, thank you very much for watching. Please do remember to like, subscribe down below if you enjoyed the live stream, if you're going to watch it in the form of a VOD. For all of you that were here, I thank you for joining, whether you were talking with me or just lurking in chat. I appreciate you nonetheless, and I hope to do more of these, because streaming's fun, not gonna lie. I mean, all the technical difficulties and aspects of it, and you're live and everything can go wrong, etc, etc, you know, all of that aside, it is fun. It is fun to do, and I like it. So, yeah. The one thing I don't understand, though, is this message from YouTube. It says, please configure both primary and backup streams correctly. The comparison of streams failed because one of the streams has an invalid configuration. Dear YouTube, I do not have a backup stream. It's this or bust. Right? There is no backup. Absolutely none. Right. I inserted an ad, is what I did. I can do that apparently via the stream thing. That's good. I like that. I like that a lot. Monetization, ladies and gentlemen. Monetization. It's a thing of beauty. Alright, lovely. I think I'm going to end it here. I could definitely use this YouTube Studio thing. That's fine. I have no idea why it's telling me to configure a backup stream when I don't have one. It's something I will look into, sorry. And also with the audio delay thing, I want to get to the bottom of that before the next stream. But for now, thank you very much for watching. That's been it. I have some texts to write. I'm going to go grab some dinner. And I also have some work to do. Possibly maybe even record something on for, if my voice recovers, because I've been talking for like 3 hours, but later tonight if my voice recovers, possibly even record something for YouTube a little bit, and call it a day. Been up since like 6 AM today with the, installing the optic fiber internet and everything. I'm there with the guys that came over to install it. So yeah, it's been an eventful day, and oh, I do have one more thing. I suspect that soon, like this week, maybe next week sometime, I suspect I'll be able to record a video from the shooting range with the AK, like a real life video, and that'll be something. That'll be very exciting and fun for me, but generally something new for the channel, which could be pretty good. And I'm very much looking forward to that, because I haven't tested out the gun in its full configuration yet. I fired it a bunch of times with iron sights and with like the foregrip and with the 30-round magazines and etc. etc. I fired it a bunch, but never with the full configuration of tactical light, red dot, 4x, or a 3x with the red dot combination. Never in that sort of way, and I'm very much looking forward to see how that will perform. So I'll see if I'll probably make a short out of it, because I don't have a cameraman and it's a bit difficult to shoot and record at the same time, but we will see. We will see. Anyways, thank you for watching. I'll see you all next time. Have fun. Take care. And it's going to be the end of the stream. Appreciate all of you stopping by. And hopefully I will see you soon with more games like this that, I'm not... Stream looks great. Thank you, Robert. Thank you so much. I put a lot of effort into it, and I put a lot of money into it by buying good internet, which is finally available to me, but I talked about this for like the past 3 hours or so. If you want to check out the VOD, you're sort of joining at the tail end of the stream where I'm ending things off. But if you want to check the VOD out, I've tested a few things. The only slight problem, like I mentioned, is that there's a desync in the video and audio by about 0.3 seconds. I'm going to try and fix that, and yeah, overall, I think I can stream in 1440p as well next time. I will try that, because currently I'm streaming at 12,000 bits, which is the maximum YouTube allows, and for 3 hours I have dropped no frames. It is absolutely amazing. I am well and truly, shocked at how good this is working. Uploaded a video today. It took like 3 minutes to upload. Usually it takes like it takes like 3 to 4 hours. Yeah, it was like, man. Whew. Anywho, I will see you all in the future in a different stream. Hopefully I'll have a little bit more time to do these when all my exams are finished and everything. We'll stop by the Discord for a schedule. I don't have a schedule yet, or a schedule if you prefer. I don't have one for streaming yet, and I might get one, depending on how these streams go. But generally speaking, for now, it's more sort of a spur of the moment thing where I have free time. my main focus sort of tends to be YouTube videos and getting those out once a day at least. Although now with faster internet and everything, I might be able to do two a day a lot more easily. But I'll see. But yeah, like it's such a relief. Like it uploads in 2 minutes, and with I got a really good PC a couple of months ago. I made the channel update about it and everything. So now rendering videos also takes like just a couple of minutes, 10 to 15, depending on how much editing I have to do and how big and long the video is. So it's just a pleasure to upload and to work and to put content out there. I mean, I remember back in the day when I had a terrible PC, it took like an hour and a half to render a video and then like 3 or 4 hours to upload it. That's like 6 hours of the PC just working, slaving away, trying to put out one video. Now you do it in like, 10, 15 minutes. Fair enough, I'll stop by nonetheless to say howdy. Yeah, of course, we have this is a small community, but people drop by and, leave interesting stuff. I have a few text channels over there for different things and different hobbies. All are welcome, of course. Pretty sure the link in the description works. I haven't tested it out in a while, but I've seen people join without any problems very recently, so, there's that. And, yeah, that's about it. So, gonna leave this up as a VOD. It's 3 hours of content for anyone that wants to watch it. Yeah, it was fun. It was great, and I want to do more of these, of course, when I have time to, and mainly with games like this. Like I played Escape from Duckov today, games that I can't let's play, but games that are fun to watch, and so maybe I'll do, I can't believe I'm saying this, but maybe I'll even do World of Tanks or something like that, which, not because of the game itself, but because it's an online game, and, I can stream it and play it at the same time. This is unheard of for me, and especially because my upload speed was so terrible that there was no way I could do that before, but now, I absolutely can, so yeah, we'll see. There's a host of games like this that I'd like to play on off camera, and games that I can't stream. I've also been thinking about if, the stream settings work properly and I iron out all the little details and problems, like the delay and everything. I've been thinking about live streaming. God, I forgot the name of the game. Give me a second. Switch to standby mode. I have it downloaded even on, like, it's in my system. Oh, I can leave this game, don't need this. The Outer Worlds 2. Yeah, that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to stream like the entirety of the Outer Worlds 2 because it's not something that I'm gonna let's play. I have too many things going on, and I genuinely do not need a third title to or fourth really, right? Yeah, it'll be a fourth title to let's play. Ugh, no. So yeah, live streaming that for a little bit would be really fun. Other than that, I have a couple of games in mind, like Borderlands. There's always an option. There's a few strategy games, stuff like that. Anywho, that's enough for this video. My voice is slowly giving up on me. I'm going to go do some things, grab some dinner, and get some work done for university, and hopefully wrap things up with my exams in the next 2 weeks or so. I think. Yeah. Anyways, thank you all for being here, and I will see you in the near future, hopefully. Until then, have fun, take care, and bye-bye.